This is 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield on ESPN Radio 94.1.
757 Saturday Sports Talk brought to you by Larry King Law. If you're injured in an accident, you call 757-INJURED for Larry King. I am Matt Hatfield, and this time we're joined by a special guest. He is a four-star offensive tackle from Graham High School out there in Southwest Virginia. They just wrapped up a 5-1 season in the spring. He won a state title as a freshman in 2018. He's going to try to cap it with another state ring in 2021 as a senior before heading off to Charlottesville to play for Bronco Mendenhall and the Cavaliers. We say hello and congrats to Brody Meadows here on ESPN Radio 94.1. Brody, you out there? Congrats on that commitment.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be a Wahoo?
It feels great. A big relief on my part. I found a great home and a great place to be.
A lot of great options for you. You had more than a dozen scholarship offers. I mean, a list that included so many great schools: Cincinnati, Georgia Tech, Old Dominion, Michigan State, West Virginia, Virginia Tech. The list goes on and on. So with all that in mind, what made you choose UVA and to do so now?
UVA started the process really early with me since freshman year, and ever since then, the relationship got tighter and tighter, and academics and athletics are growing, and I believe they're going to better me to be a better person and better athlete.
Tell us about the relationship with Coach Bronco Mendenhall, his staff, and how were they any different? How was the school any different than others that were recruiting you?
Coach Mendenhall and Coach Tuesday, as long as the rest of the staff, they love you, all right? They're great guys, really role models. They care more about you than football. Outside of football, you're family. Inside of football, you're even more family.
Gotcha. Now, what did the UVA coaches express that they like most about you as a prospect and just football player in general?
Well, outside of football, they love my grades and the type of person I am, humble and stuff like that. And then inside of football, the way I've grown since freshman year with footwork, flexibility, and just overall person.
We're talking with Brody Meadows, Graham High School four-star offensive lineman, headed to UVA to play his college football. And there's a lot of great linemen. He's among them with Zach Rice from Liberty Christian, with Gunnar Givens from Lower Botetourt. He's one of the many, many talented linemen in our state. It's ESPN Radio 94.1. I'm sure Brody enjoys going up with some of these better linemen, looks forward to it at the college level as well. Brody, for you and all these kids I just mentioned, the Zachs, the Gunners, and all these, whether you're a lineman, whether you're a quarterback, a defensive back, how has COVID-19 impacted your recruitment specifically?
It was rough, I would say. We didn't have any fans. We played, us in particular, we played in spring, so we started in actually winter. Started playing, and we were out for a year without football. I mean, it was rough, but I was just happy enough to be able to play.
Glad you don't have to use the masks anymore and just go out there and knock some people around, right?
Yes, sir.
When did you know, it could have been when you were not an infant, but, a young kid, 4, 5, 6 years old, when did you know you could be pretty good as a football player, Brody, and have a chance to play in college at the next level?
8th grade. 8th grade, Coach Palmer, my head coach now, came and talked to me and was like, we plan on you starting as a freshman, but you need to do this, this, and that to be able to get there. And we believe that you have the talent to go to the next level. And as like an 8th grader, I'm sitting there thinking, like, they're kidding, all this until freshman year. And I was just like, wow, very exciting.
You sort of hit on it earlier, Brody, about the things that Coach Mendenhall and the staff like about you in terms of your progress, not just your size, but your flexibility and so forth. But other than just being bigger than everybody else, how are you different as a lineman from freshman year to now? Does it also include the demeanor, too? Has your mindset and your football knowledge changed as well?
Definitely knowledge and mindset. As a kid, you don't really see what you can become. But now you get closer and closer to that college level, you're like, all right, I really got to bust my butt. I got to do this. I got to get on the field more. I got to get extra hour in. So seeing the knowledge and the mindset change, it makes me push myself harder to reach my next goals.
Now, most of our listeners are right here in the 757 area code in Tidewater, Hampton Roads, although we've got a lot of people listening across the state on VirginiaPreps.com, ESPN Radio 941.com as well, Brody. So tell some of them out there that are not familiar with Graham High School about your school. I mean, there's been a lot of talented players to come out of there. Yourself, Taman Cook, Devin Lester, who's now at ODU, Cam Allen, who is doing it up big in the Big Ten at Purdue. I mean, it's not your ordinary Class II school, is it?
Oh, no, sir. I live in Southwest Virginia, which is a really small population, and our school is kind of bordered from single A to double A every year. So to have that many great players to come out and that many great players to play on a field with and learn from and work with, it's a great feeling. It's special almost to see small-town kids go to the next level.
How do you sum up this past junior year? I mean, you got to play, you had to follow protocols, but 5-1 season. I know you felt a union in the postseason. How do you grade it individually and as a team?
Overall, we fell short. That right there means more than anything that we have to work on something to get better and strive to get back to state from my senior year. I would probably rate it C. No fans. Practice. We had 2 weeks to prepare for the whole season, but overall it's not an excuse. So we just have to come back next year and get better.
Now I want to throw in there linemen. We hear all the time about I love this guy. He's a quarterback. He's a running back. He's some of these stud athletes, skill position guys, but you don't get to hear a lot sometimes from the linemen. You guys don't get the glory. So you have a favorite pro lineman or college lineman that you like to study? Who's a lineman or two, NFL, college, that Brody Meadows enjoys watching?
College, Christian Dershaw.
All right.
Which now he's with the Vikings.
Yep.
I did like watching him, the aggressiveness. And since he went to JUCO and just watching him come out as an early player.
All right, there you go. Former Hokie there. And, of course, you're going to be a Cavalier. And they've had a great run of linemen here lately with DeBrickashaw, Ferguson, Brandon Albert, as well as Eugene Monroe, who are all first-round picks here in the last 15, 20 years as offensive linemen. Brody Meadows, you never know, might be one of those next ones on that list here for the Cavaliers out of Graham High School. And we spoke with one of your former Graham teammates, Devin Lester, a few years ago here on ESPN Radio 94.1 after he made his commitment to Old Dominion. And one of the things that I got tickled about talking with him was that Graham Bluefield game. Again, for those unfamiliar with the 757, Graham Bluefield is a different animal. Of course, you didn't play them this past season, I don't believe. So for those unfamiliar with it, tell the audience just how big a rivalry that is, sort of Virginia versus West Virginia in many respects on the border, and I'm sure it'll be great with fans back in the stands.
That game's almost bigger in state, if you want to be honest.
Really?
The town closes down. Everybody you know is there, and it's just intense, I would say, from the start. You can't really explain it without being there. You have to be there to see it. It is crazy. A lot of trash talking going on, but the best part about it is when the game's over, Bluefield and Graham's friends at that point. But during the game, it's straight competition.
And that game is slated for August the 27th at Bluefield in West Virginia at Mitchell Stadium. It'll be a packed, raucous house, and Brody Meadows and his G-men trying to come out of there with a win. He's headed to UVA for minutes with him, and then we'll play some rapid fire with the newest Cavalier commit here on 757 Saturday Sports Talk on ESPN Radio 94.1. So let's jump to it. How's the team looking for this coming season? Because you're not the only FBS-level talent on this Graham team. Brody, are you out there? Did we lose you? Brody, are you there? All right, we'll try to okay, I think we got you back there. Are you there, Brody?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Oh, wait, we lost you for a second. I said that game is right around the corner with Bluefield, August 27th, so literally 2 months away. So tell the folks, how's the team looking for this coming year? And you're not the only guy on this team getting a lot of attention for the next level.
Oh, no, sir. We have our receiver, Zay Bradshaw, who will be returning, which is a huge deal for us. And last year we only lost, I believe, 3 seniors. So a bunch of younger guys that got experience is coming back, and we're looking sharp this year.
Yeah, kin to Ahmad Bradshaw is Zay Bradshaw, who's got offers from UVA, Notre Dame, Purdue, and so many others. I imagine you're in his ear about the Cavaliers, right?
Yes, sir.
Who else? Do you become a recruiter now for UVA? And if so, who else looking to get to join you there in Charlottesville in addition to Zay?
I'm talking to a couple of guys right now, but like me, they're silent commits, and I want to respect their decision how people respect my decision. So right now I'm not going to say any names, but I am talking to a couple of guys right now.
Okay, we can dig that. A couple more for you here. Have you looked at UVA's schedule for the upcoming season? You got any games circled to check out?
Yes, sir. First one, beat Tech, of course, and second one, Notre Dame.
Ooh, yeah, Notre Dame, and you said beat Tech. All right. Who else did it come down to besides UVA? Who was like maybe your second choice?
Well, UVA was always the top runner for me, but at one point I was considering West Virginia. Then you can't compare UVA's academics and athletics, so it was really easy choice for me.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, although Mountaineer fans might be throwing stuff at you, so I won't harp on that too long. And do you know what you're studying at UVA yet, Brody?
Pre-med.
Pre-med. All right, there you go. That is the offensive lineman from Graham High School headed to the Cavaliers. Brody Meadows, before we let you run, you ready to play some rapid fire with us?
Let's get it.
Let's do it here with the offensive lineman, one of the many studs we have in our state, trying to get himself a state championship ring to bookend it freshman year with a ring and senior year with a ring before he heads off to the ACC. All right, Brody Meadows, what is your favorite TV show?
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds. That might be the first time we've gotten that one, Kyle. Criminal Minds. All right. Favorite movie?
Blindside.
What was it?
Blindside.
Oh, Blindside. Yeah, Michael Orr. Okay. Trade places with one person in the world. Who you choosing?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Ah, The Rock. Who is your favorite follow on social media? It can be on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, but who is your favorite follow?
Of course, it has to be Coach Mendenhall.
Coach Mendenhall at UVA. All right. I'm sure he's glad to hear that. Now, you're forced to fight one of the following, and you're a lineman, so you got some fight in you. A lion, a tiger, or a bear? Which one you taking your chances with?
I'm going to have to go with lion because I don't want to be the king of the jungle.
All right. At UVA, what's the one visiting stadium you look forward to playing at the most?
It has to be Tech.
Has to be Tech. I'm not surprised by the answer. Two more. Trapped on a desert island, what's the one item you can't do without to survive?
Probably cell phone. I can't survive without a cell phone.
Yeah, I was figuring that's always the standard answer. There's cell phone or water. I'm a water guy, but I can live without the cell phone. Although the last few days with a messed up cell phone, I don't know about that. So all right. And lastly, the king of the jungle, Brody Meadows. If you had a boat, what would you call it?
Myrtle.
Myrtle?
Myrtle.
Okay.
I'm heading right now. So
what was that?
I'm heading to Myrtle Beach right now, so we have to name it Myrtle.
All right, going on to Myrtle Beach. Last time I went to Myrtle Beach was 2007. I was actually covering a couple of our state basketball teams, Nansemond River and Bishop O'Connell, and had tons of fun down there, seeing the aquarium, bowling. It's a wonderful place if you haven't been. Is this your first time going, or?
We come here almost every year.
Oh, okay, so you're used to it by now. You don't need any pointers or tips from me. And he doesn't know them on the field because he knows what he's doing out there. The offensive lineman from Graham High School, Brody Meadows, our guest. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Wish you all the best at UVA, and before that, this coming senior season at Graham High School, and look forward to hopefully seeing you get that state championship ring before you head up to Charlottesville, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.